Welcome to Gravitational Orbit's meditation series. Life-changing motivational readings that produce quantum realities in the form of the law of attraction. Today's guidance: finding you and the healing of hidden self. Finding yourself. The healing of the hidden self. People today are starting to recognize the value of self-talk. At one time, people thought of those that talk to self as someone with a mental ailment. This is not true today. Experts are recognizing that self-talk is a healthy tool that we all can use to find answers to our questions and resolve many problems. At one time, people thought outer appearance made the person. However, today, people are starting to realize that beauty is skin deep, while inner beauty is the core essence of you. Today, people are trying to find ways to develop self. Recently, personality development courses flooded the internet designed to help people find their way. Now, people are no longer spending countless of dollars on improving their looks, rather they are spending more time and money to find ways of healing their inner selves. The inner self is decided on as the inner state of consciousness. We all have several hidden personalities that we do not fully recognize. These personalities often come out, usually when high active feelings and emotions are expressed. To understand one's feelings, one has to use his or her self-talk tools. Most of us can manage our job tasks on a daily basis, but when it comes to managing our feelings and emotions, often it becomes a struggle. Using self-talk tools can change this behavior. As humans, we often struggle to rid ourselves of bad behaviors or habits. One common problem many face today is greed. We see this by examining human behaviors. You probably noticed this on several occasions. When a person makes or wins a large sum of cash, they often want more. Instead of accepting that fact that they received exactly what they needed, many people will thrive to make more money, and often find themselves down and out at the end. Life for some seems to be nothing more than the almighty dollar. It appears to be most people's goals in life. The famous poet Lord Byron wrote, "I have drunk every cup of pleasure, I have quaffed every cup of fame, and yet alas, I die of thirst." People tend to believe that they can attain happiness and love by making more and more money. The fact is, these are the very people who often find themselves stressing, because they failed to realize that finding true love, unlimited joy, and inner peace is the true road to self-development. Success or failure is not what defines a person. What defines a person is fighting through the hidden messages in the subliminal mind field to discover self-awareness. We all battle emotional responses, such as anger, sadness, joy, etc. These emotional energies are often triggered from failures, bouts of depression, and success, and so on. We all feel down at times. No one has immunity to any human frailty. There is no way that we can escape the feeling of sadness, joy, anger, but there is a way we can all take control of what we express and how we feel. Another problem many face is dependency. Many people in the world today depend on others for a quick pickup when they are feeling down. This will often lead to major problems of reliance, simply because no one person has the power to heal or comfort you, but you. To work through all of these problems, we must depend on self, and develop a winning, overcoming attitude to build confidence. By changing our approach, we can see that the world is ours, based on how we accept it. If someone is unhappy, then the perspective of their world will seem like a miserable place to live. One of the common sayings today is, "Life is a whole lot of BS, and then you die." This entire negative concept is causing them to miss out on the benefits of living, and to enjoy everything in between, from its first breath to its last. In each of our lives, some of us are fortunate while others are unfortunate. We must realize that everything we endure takes place to help us to learn and grow. For instance, true story, a severely traumatized person may have lived a life of overwhelming circumstances, yet has the willpower to overcome insurmountable obstacles and rise up to be counted as a beacon of light to those that have the fortune to know them. There is a point to be made here. Of course, This person is the victim of circumstance and has no responsibility for what has occurred in their life, yet the point is made clear at the end of this person's journey there has been a sense of renaissance. The caterpillar, the cocoon, to the majestic butterfly. We can all live and learn from each other. Despite what type of life you have lived, you can develop a positive attitude and win the game of life. By holding on to negative thoughts, you only defeat the purpose of living. Life is too short, so develop a winning attitude and healing the hidden self will fall into place. Self in our lives, although we may not know this initially. In the search for success in our lives, we aim to achieve fame and fortune, and without inner healing and a better awareness of self, not all this is possible. It is crucial that we are able to develop a better self-perception and awareness, and then we are able to face the world. All this is possible only through the process of self-healing and nurturing of the inner self. We need to move away from uncontrolled emotions and take on the action of a controlled life. We must have control of our mind, body and spirit, and this will mean healing all these aspects of self and using them to the achievement of fulfillment. Even if we have achieved wealth in life, this doesn't mean that we are whole people on the inside and then that we are fulfilled. The material aspects of life may be enjoyable, but there can be a lack of true enjoyment in life and temporary elation, which is not true internal happiness. Internal healing is the key towards the direction of our emotions and mental mechanisms, and then we can be directed to the road of self-awareness of your inner being. We have to be aware of the thoughts of the mind and able to control all the actions and reactions that result from these thoughts. Many people that live life on emotions only may have lives that lack true direction. They are not able to control themselves and are impulsive. Impulsive reactions mean that often we do things that we typically wouldn't if properly thought through. We have to learn to control all these reactions in the true self-concept and healing process. Core principles that we have will change as we spiritually change. This will only occur with higher awareness of self and healing, otherwise we will remain stagnant and rigid in these concepts. We may find we will not be able to move past even some of the most insignificant of these roadblocks to progress. The principles will otherwise stifle us as they surface uncontrolled. We have to learn and heal our inner selves. The problem with many of these impulsive aspects in our nature is that they are holding back our self-development. Someone once asked me, what do I think the best ability in life one should have? My response was adaptability. The chameleon changes with its environment, and so do underwater squids to blend in with their background as a form of protection. So it should be with us as humans. Adapting to changes allows the cosmic flow of energy to flow through us and around. I would rather allow the water of life to flow around me as opposed to damming up its energy. As we grow and develop, we have to learn to adapt. We have to learn that life is dynamic and not constrained, and that many times we will have to develop core principles suited to a situation in our lives and then later on replace these with others if needed. If we are not seeking inner healing and continue holding on to our negative experiences, then we are resistant to change and not able to meet the demands of life. Life should not be led in a compulsive manner, but rather each new situation should be approached with an open-minded but controlled reaction. If we are unhappy in life, then we hold on to the experiences that we have faced. We grab and hold all the guilt, anger and shame and many other negative emotions. In order to better develop and move forward, we have to heal our inner selves, and we have to move past the walls that we have constructed and that lead us to impulsive and compulsive reactions. Holding on to the negative emotions and experiences in our lives is not healthy and can lead to illnesses that affect our mental and physical health. We can face problems such as depression and many other illnesses. We have to heal our inner self and move past these problems to progress in life. In conclusion, remember this, precious soul, you were made to do great things. Healing of the inner self doesn't come naturally to even the greatest and most learned students of the practice. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing himself. Leo Tolstoy. Thank you for joining us today at Gravitational Orbit, a mind spring of guided meditation, affirmations and inspirational readings to help you throughout your day. May the horizon of your life greet your sunrise and sunset with wonder and amazement. If you like this guided meditation series, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and select the notification bell to stay informed about new videos we are posting.